just one day. Watch this madness, colorful charade. No one can be just like me anyway. Just like fire, burning up the world. Fucking like the world for just one day. Watch this madness, colorful charade. No one can be just like me anyway. Just like magic, I'll be flying free. I'ma disappear when they come for me. I'll kick that ceiling, what you gonna say? No one can be just like me anyway. Just like fire, just like fire. What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, do you know I got it? All I'm asking is for a little respect when you come home. Just a little bit, hey, baby, just a little bit. Just a little bit, mister, just a little bit. I ain't gonna do you wrong while you're gone. I ain't gonna do you wrong, 'cause I don't wanna. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you come home. Just a little bit, baby, just a little bit. Just a little bit, just a little bit. I'm out to give you all my money. And all I'm asking in return, honey, is to give me my promise when you get home. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Ooh, your kisses, sweeter than honey. And guess what? So is my money. All I want you to do for me is give it to me when you get home. Yeah, baby, whip it to me. Just a little bit now, just a little bit. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, T-K-F-T-C-T. Sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me, little respect. Sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me. Just a little bit, little respect. Just a little bit. I'll get tired. Just a little bit. Keep on trying. Just a little bit. You're running out of food. A little bit. And I ain't lying. Just a little bit. Please stop me when you come home. While you stay walking. Just a little bit.
I never met you, but I know you're out there. If I cross the oceans, would you be there?
A stranger's eyes that somehow look familiar. I know that when it's you, I'll remember. So wait for me. I swear I'll find you, climbing every wall that hides you. I know we
your battles. Pick yourself up and dust yourself off and back in the saddle. You're on the front line, everyone's watching. You know it's serious, we're getting closer, this isn't over. The pressure's on, you feel it, but you got it all, believe it. When you fall, get up, oh, oh, and if you fall, get up, eh, eh. Samina, mina, sangalewa, cause this is Africa. Samina, mina, eh, eh, waka, waka, eh, eh. Samina, mina, sangalewa, this time for Africa. Time to shine, don't wait in line, y vamos por todo. People are raising their expectations. Go on and feed them, this is your moment, no hesitation. Today's your day, I feel it. You pave the way, believe it. If you get down, get up, oh, oh. When you get down, get up, eh, eh. Tamina, mina, sangalewa, this time for Africa. Tamina, mina, eh, eh. Waka, waka, eh, eh. Samina, mina, sakalewa, anawa, ah, ah. Samina, mina, eh, eh, waka, waka, eh, eh. Samina, mina, sakalewa, this time for Africa.
I'm well on my journey, biggie, biggie, mama, 1 A to Z. My teacher's all on my journey, biggie, biggie, mama, from east to west. My tea, waka, waka, my eh, eh, waka, waka, my eh, eh. Sangin' since summer, Zimbabwe, yeah, 'cause this is Africa.
Africa, Tango, eh, eh, Tango, eh, eh, Samina, mina, sangalewa, anawa, ah, ah, Tango, eh, eh, Tango, eh, eh, Samina, mina, sangalewa, anawa, ah, ah. This time for Africa, this time for Africa. We're all Africa, we're all Africa.
Please rise as the FFA Choir Ensemble sings our national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the
Please join me in welcoming the 2026 Kansas FFA Band, sponsored by Blue and Gold Sausage and directed by Alex McMahon.
I was a ghost, I was alone. 두어진 길 속에 given the throne, I didn't know how to believe I was the queen that I'm meant to be.
I lived two lives, tried to play both sides, but I couldn't find my own place. Caught a problem child, 'cause I got too wild, but now that's how I'm getting paid.
끝없이 on stage, I'm done hiding. Now I'm shining like I'm born to be.
We dreaming hard, we came so far, now I believe.
We're going up, 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 it's our moment. You know together we're glowing. Gonna be golden. Up, up, up with our voices. Going to get you so often. Gonna be golden. Oh, I'm done hiding. Now I'm shining like I'm born to be. Oh, our time, no fears, no lies. That's who we're born to be. Waited so long to break these walls down, to wake up and feel like me. Put these patterns all in the past now, and finally live like the girl they all see. No more hiding, I'll be shining like I'm born to be. 'Cause we are hunters, voices strong, and I know I believe. We're going up, 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 it's our moment. You know together we're glowing. Gonna be golden. Oh, up, up, up with our voices. Going to get you so often. Gonna be golden. Oh, I'm done hiding. Now I'm shining like I'm born to be. Oh, our time, no fears, no lies. That's who we're born to be. You know we're gonna be golden. We're gonna be born to be glowing like every night on Nori. You know that it's our time, no fears, no lies. That's who we're born to be.
Tumble out of bed and stumble to the kitchen. Pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Jump in the shower and the blood starts pumping. Out on the streets, the traffic starts jumping for folks like me on the job from 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Barely getting by. It's all taking and no giving. They just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5 for service and devotion. You would think that I would deserve a fat promotion. Wanna move ahead, but the boss won't seem to let me. I swear sometimes that dude is out to get me. Think he's out to get me. Oh yeah, they let you dream just to watch him shatter. You're just a step on the boss man's ladder, but you got dreams he'll never take away. You're in the same boat with a lot of your friends, waiting for the day your ship will come in. The tide's gonna turn and it's all gonna roll your way. punch out. Baby, I need a breakdown. Let's break out. Everybody gonna get down now. I said, let's punch out. Baby, I need a breakdown. Let's bust out. Everybody gonna get down now. I said, let's punch out. Baby, I need a breakdown. Let's cut out. Everybody gonna get down now. I said, let's punch out. Baby, I need a breakdown. Let's break out. Everybody gonna get down now. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Barely getting by. It's all taking and no giving. They just use your mind.
Hi, my name is Jesse Detmer, and I am from the Phillipsburg FFA chapter.
And I am William Strauss from the Chapman FFA chapter.
That first piece was America the Beautiful. The lyrics were written by Catherine Lee Bates after a road trip to Pikes Peak in Colorado in 1893, and later set to the melody we know today by composer Samuel Ward.
Our next selection is from J. Rod Hall, called The Country Club Stomp. It features rhythms and syncopation, often found in New Orleans' second line jazz music. We hope you enjoy it.
Hi, my name is Brendan Bestwick, and I'm from the Sabetha FFA chapter.
And I'm Elisa Hipke-Rail from the Andel FFA chapter.
Before we play our next selection, we'd like to take a moment to recognize our band members who graduated this year. Graduating seniors, would you please stand and be recognized?
Next, we'd like to recognize the students who have been in the Kansas FFA band for 4 years. 4-year members, would you please stand up and be recognized?
Go, go, go. Our next selection comes from the big screen. Released in 2019, Avengers Endgame became one of the highest grossing movies of all time and brought together a decade worth of Marvel storytelling.
from the Dodge City FFA chapter.
And I'm Jasmine from the Dodge City FFA chapter.
We have a lot of people to thank for their support of the FFA band, including our sponsor, Blue and Gold Sausage, the K-State Music Department, and the McCain Auditorium staff. We'd also like to thank all of the FFA staff and volunteers who have made this experience possible for us. Thank you.
Our next piece is a symphonic march called Darklands March by Randall Stanridge. Inspired by fantasy adventures and legendary quests, it takes listeners on a musical journey through a world of heroes, villains, and dragons.
Hi, my name is Savannah Valenzuela. I am from the Chapman FFA chapter.
And I'm Elliot Rock from the Chapman FFA chapter.
We had a great time performing for all the 98th Kansas FFA convention, and we got one more for you. But before we play our final selection, here's a little K-State history.
In 1968, a fire at Nicholas Hall destroyed nearly all the K-State band music library. The Wabash Cannonball survived because the band director had taken a copy home to work on the arrangement.
Okay, FFA, it's time to get on your feet one more time for the Washburn Cannonball!
it one more time for that fantastic performance. Of course, a performance like that doesn't happen without countless hours of preparation, dedication, and a true passion for music. Mr. McMahon, your commitment to these students and this program does not go unnoticed. On behalf of the Kansas FFA Association, thank you for your hard work this week. Please accept this as a token of our appreciation.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere.
Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere.
A singer in a smoky room.
A smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Streetlight people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill. Paying anything to roll the dice just one more time. Some win, some will lose. Some are born to sing the blues. And though the movie never ends, it goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Streetlight people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Streetlight people. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Streetlight people. Don't stop.
Now it's time to get funky. Funky. Everybody clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. All right, now we're gonna do the basic step. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Right foot, left stop. Left foot, left stop. Cha-cha, real smooth.
And when you laugh, be sure to laugh out loud, 'cause it will carry all your cares away. And when you see the beauty all around and in yourself, and it will help you feel okay. And when you pray for strength to help you carry on, but when the troubles come your way. And when you dream big, as big as the ocean blue. 'Cause when you dream it might come true. When you dream big.
When you wanna give up and your heart's about to break, remember that you're perfect. God makes no mistakes. Welcome to wherever you are. This is your life. You made it this far. Welcome. You gotta believe. Right here, right now. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. I'm just so glad you exist. Don't you ever go, don't you ever go, don't you ever go changing. Never let me go, never let me go, never let me go, baby. Don't you ever go, don't you ever go, don't you ever go changing. Never let me go, never ever let me go, never let me go, baby. There's a couple billion people in the world, and a million other places we could be, but you're here with me. Take a moment just to take it in. Every high and every low led to this. I'm just so glad you exist. I'm glad you exist. And we're not alone. Yeah, this is home. Now I'm finally where I belong. Where I belong. Yeah, this is home. I've been searching for a place of my own. Now I've found it. Maybe this is home. Yeah, this is home. And now, after all my searching, after all my questions, I'm gonna call it home. I got a brand new mind. Sorry and say I'm gonna be somebody. One of these days I'm gonna break these chains. And I'm gonna be somebody someday. You can bet your heart and dollar I will. You know I will, yeah. I'm gonna be somebody. One of these days I'm gonna break these chains. And I'm gonna be somebody someday. You can bet your heart and dollar I will. Take it for granted. I won't waste another second. All I want is to give you a life well lived, to say thank you. I wanna live
like there's no tomorrow, love, like I'm on borrowed time. It's good to be alive. I wanna live like there's no tomorrow, like I'm on borrowed time. It's good to be alive.
The convention hall will come to order. We are now holding the final session of the 98th Kansas FFA Convention. Mr. Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they are at their stations, and report back to you, Madam President. The Sentinel.
Stationed by the door.
Your duties there.
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all time, and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the president in maintaining order.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to the Virgin Islands, and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington.
Your duties there.
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standings through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I'm asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope that my advice may always be based on true knowledge and ripen with wisdom. Mr. Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is the token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Madam President, for the final time, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
I am pleased to announce at this, the final session of the 98th Kansas FFA Convention, there is 2,556 members and guests present. Madam President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here? To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which which an FFA member should possess. May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this the final session of the 98th Kansas FFA Convention duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented. He likes his cattle Hereford, his barns round, and his music to be Zach Bryan. This session's chair can lighten any mood with a well-timed joke, do anything he sets his mind to, and still have time to support everyone around him. From the show ring to the ag room, he has an unwavering passion for agriculture and people. Kansas FFA members and convention guests, join me in welcoming the chair for this 7th session, your 2025-2026 Kansas FFA Vice President, Dustin Denton.
Thank you, Lily. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the final stop on our tour through the 98th Kansas FFA State Convention. Looking back on some of my own road trips, I can confidently say that the destination has not always been the most memorable part. For example, when my family traveled to the Junior National Hereford Expo in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, one of my most memorable memories was formed when my cousin and I stayed awake way too late watching movies and got lectured. While it may not have been the most ideal way to start the long week, these are often the moments that stick with us the most. Because, let's be honest, the best parts of a road trip are usually the ones you never planned. It's the people beside you, the memories you make, the experiences that shape you along the way. Kansas FFA is no different. Tonight, we'll celebrate the moments and individuals who have made this year unforgettable. We'll begin by hearing our 2025-2026 State President Lily Hulse reflect on her year of experience in her retiring address. Next, we'll recognize students' outstanding chapters during the presentation of the Triple Crown Award, honoring those who have gone the extra mile in the pursuit of excellence. Then, we'll hear from the FFA Chorus and celebrate members whose supervised agriculture experiences have fueled their passions and driven them towards success during the Stars Over Kansas pageant. Finally, six individuals, each representing the very best of their chapters, will take hold of the wheel and begin a brand new adventure as we announce the 2026-2027 Kansas FFA State Officer Team. FFA members and guests, buckle up, turn up the music, and join us for one final ride. Please help me welcome August Hulse, J.C. Biggs, and Raylan Robinson to the stage for a very special introduction.
Growing up, I knew Lily as one of my competitors in the 4-H clothing construction project, and a weird kid. Who else is making themselves a wool coat at 9 years old? When we were on the FFA chapter officer team together, I got to know her a lot better and discovered she was even weirder than I thought. What teenage girl is obsessed with Willie Nelson? However, Lily is more than her quirks and is one of the most hardworking, considerate, and loyal people I know. I have come to love this weirdo, and I'm proud to call her my best friend.
Lily has been my lifelong best friend and freshman year roommate here at K-State. Her optimism and kindness has carried the both of us through many stages of life together, and now through her term as State FFA president. As my roommate, she was never in the dorm, which made me sad at times, but it made me realize a greater message. Lily sacrificed countless hours of her own time choosing to serve others. I am so grateful for a friend like Lily, who perfectly illustrates living to serve in her everyday life.
As Lillian's older brother, she has been my best friend for the past 19 years. When the racehorse secretariat passed away, it was estimated during his autopsy that his heart was more than twice the size of the average thoroughbred. And I've always thought Lillian was similar. She has the heart at least 2 times the size of the average person's. My sister has a unique capacity to care for those around her, whether that's a newborn calf, a stranger on the street, or I hope as you got to experience this year, a fellow FFA member. She is always looking to help others. In fact, I can think of only one person she has ever purposely been mean to, and that's her brother. To be fair, this is the same brother who decided it was a good idea to compare her to a racehorse on stage. But Kansas FFA, we hope you got a chance to meet Lillian this past year, and we are proud to introduce our
friend, roommate,
and sister, and your 2025-2026 Kansas FFA President, Lillian Holtz.
If we're backing up, it's just to get a running start. 'Cause everything we do with all our hearts. And it don't really matter what they say. We wouldn't have it any other way. Play our song.
It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. This is one of the many sayings that my dad frequently uses, and like many dads, he is full of one-liners, although they are not all polished enough to share today. I heard this saying just about every day before school when I was 8 to 14, when I had asked my dad if I needed to wear a coat. Now, his answer was always the same, which is fair when it comes to Kansas's impossible-to-predict weather. This saying also traveled when it came to chores around the farm. Is it really necessary for me to close the gate? Again, it is better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. This mantra also went on when it comes to my dad's roll of toilet paper tucked behind the seat of all of his farm trucks. No matter the situation, my dad encourages me to be prepared. As I've gotten older, I've realized that preparation really isn't about coats or gates. It's about being ready when someone else needed help. Looking back now, I know my dad's saying has helped me far beyond Kansas's weather, far beyond either Kansas's weather or tours around the farm. In fact, one of the greatest lessons I learned from it came from preparing for a trip halfway across the world. What feels like ages ago now, way back in September of last year, my team and I got accepted into the International Leadership Seminar for State Officers, and we were going to Spain. The first step after joining this program is to create a fundraiser. Now, tracing back to my 4-H County Fair days, I've been known to make an impeccable pie a time or two, so what could it hurt to make a few more? The first step was to advertise, and through Facebook posts, the word spread about my pie fundraiser. A goal was set to receive 40 pie orders, and slowly the orders trickled in. Just 1 week before the orders were due, the goal was met, and each day a few more were added, 50, 55, 60. And then by the time all orders were closed, I had to prepare myself to bake 75 pies. There was no way I could make these on my own, so a call was made to the Pie Posse for help. On the Saturday before Thanksgiving, my family became the pie equivalent of the Valestro family's cake boss, each person having their own job. My family created a pie assembly line. My dad kneaded the dough, I rolled out the crust, my grandma Holst peeled and sliced the apples, my mom mixed up the filling, and my grandma Mullen washed the dishes as we worked. My family was a well-oiled machine, each person contributing to our final product of 50 pies. By the end of the day, my dad was so confident that he could make a pie anytime he wanted to, although luckily for his diet, that has yet to happen. The day was very productive, leaving only 25 pies to be made the next day. However, my crew was busy, leaving only my mom and I to do the rest of the baking on our own. It took the last 25 pies took just as long as the first 50 to bake. The day was lengthy and exhausting. The machine was squeaky and far from well-oiled, and there was no assembly line. Instead, we split the jobs. I kneaded the dough and rolled out the crust, and my mom sliced the apples and mixed up the filling. Sliced the apples and mixed up the filling. Sliced the apples and mixed up the filling. I didn't realize how essential the next 20 minutes were dedicated to washing the dishes. We hadn't realized that we needed our dishes washed. We hadn't realized that we needed to wash our dishes. We had missed that step. It is so essential to wash the dishes because I didn't realize the significance of my Grandma Mullen's dishwashing until I didn't have her help anymore. Washing the dishes is an essential task when it comes to pie baking. But for my Grandma Mullen, this task was second nature. She didn't hesitate to help me wash the dishes even though it wasn't the most glamorous task. To her, washing the dishes was just doing what was right and kind in that moment. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "The time is always right to do what is right." What is right isn't always glamorous. From washing the dishes to opening the curtain at a school play, both of these are perfect examples of how to help others. We have so many opportunities in our lives to help others, to do what is right. Sometimes doing good for others comes naturally. Other times it is hard to do the necessary tasks, like washing the dishes. I learned to do the unglamorous necessary tasks by watching people in my life, such as my Grandma Mullen, when she dedicated time for no other reason than to help me. There are so many people in this auditorium that do exactly what my Grandma Mullen did for me. This might be the member that gets up early to drive others to CDE practice, the advisors that dedicate their first week of summer to take students to state convention, or the parent that shows up for no other reason than to help their son or daughter. Look up and down your row. What do these people have in common? They exceed expectations when it comes to helping others. No compensation is needed. Instead, their payment is the smile they give someone else. One of my favorite quotes is, "In a world where you can be anything, be kind." Service is doing something for the benefit of someone else. This can be simple or complex. A kind word, a gentle smile, hours of assistance, or washing the dishes. All acts of service are significant. Kindness is one of the easiest ways to serve others. In grade school, I used to get so upset when my peers would tell me that I was too nice. My mom's answer was always the same. She said, "You are nice because that is what God would want you to be. Through kindness, you're showing others His love." What I thought was such a simple lesson at the time would end up being one of the greatest examples of service I've ever witnessed. Because my mom didn't just teach kindness. From as far back as I can remember, she lived out this message. Months following, my mom having her favorite daughter, and only daughter, she had major back pain. She tried every tack to cure her ailment: chiropractics, massage therapy, and eventually seeing a doctor. This led to an x-ray. The test results wouldn't be in for a few days, so she was expecting to receive a phone call at some point. Instead, she received a knock on our front door. "Good morning, Melissa. I have some bad news." My mom can't recall the doctor's exact words, but among them was that she had stage 4 breast cancer, the most severe of any stage. When my dad recalls his reaction to hearing of my mom's diagnosis, he describes it by saying, "Sometimes when you hear horrible news about someone you love, you just fall to the ground out of pure shock. My knees just gave in." The next day, my parents sat in the doctor's office and stared at an x-ray of vertebrae with odd black gaps in between. This is where the cancer had already eaten away my mom's bone, my mom's vertebrae, and was causing it to cave in. The next day, or that same day, my parents met with a doctor specializing in treating cancer patients. His normal hours were Monday through Thursday, and this was Friday. With little beating around the bush, he tells them, "I would expect you have 2 years to live. I'm so sorry. We will start chemotherapy on Monday." He went on to tell my mom to enjoy her life right now because these are the best days she will ever have. How does one even react to that? Fear, anger, frustration were all emotions that my parents were feeling, but the most important reaction my mom had was unacceptance. She wasn't going to let this cancer change her life. She didn't want to just roll over and enjoy her life right now. Instead, she continued to do everyday tasks. Through strenuous treatments and over 6 surgeries, my mom still found time for my brother and I. She drove us to every sports practice and attended each 4-H meeting. No matter what was happening, she helped me practice my softball pitch and baked every birthday cake. Even though my mom's circumstances were awful, she still chose to serve. Even after being told that she would only live to 35 and to see her children grow to just 5 and 2 years old, my mom still made the choice of service. After being advised to enjoy the time she was expected to live, my mom turned down the offer. Because my mom believes that our lives aren't about ourselves. They're about serving others. Her mantra is, when given the choice, choose to serve. As the cancer spread from her bones to her liver and eventually her brain, my mom's 5-year survival rate changed from 42.1% to 7.34% and eventually 1.51%. My mom knows her life is a gift. She lives each day with an attitude of gratitude because her gratitude helps her not just live each day, but to serve each day. Even when the statistics say differently, the choice is still there. We're so blessed to have a choice in our lives, and my mom chooses to serve. Are you waiting for the perfect moment to help others, or could you start right now by helping people in small ways? What is one thing that you could do today that would help someone else have a better day? How different would the world be if everyone chose to do that small act? What if everyone chose kindness? President John F. Kennedy was once attributed to saying, "If not now, when? If not us, who? If we don't serve now, when will we? And if we don't serve, who will?" My mom perfectly embodies this idea. She didn't wait for her circumstances to change to serve others. My grandma Mullen didn't hesitate to help me by washing the dishes, even though it wasn't the most glamorous task. Choose to serve. Mentor that Green Hand member, set up that contest practice for others, and be kind. always. One of my favorite things about growing up in agriculture is the service. The entire industry is rooted in serving others. Farmers plant and raise crops to feed families they will never meet. Ranchers raise livestock to provide for communities far beyond their own, and ag teachers dedicate their lives to teaching others about agriculture. At its core, the entire industry is about service. Even though my dad didn't inherit land or cattle, he still chose what I believe is the most noble profession. Agriculturalists do what is necessary and not always glamorous. They continue even when unfortunate circumstances are stacked against them. Everything they do is done for others. Kansas FFA, we are so blessed to have a choice. We choose we choose what occupation we go into. We choose how we spend our time, and we choose how we treat others. The choice is ours. Kansas FFA, choose to serve.
Lily, your intentional heart has grounded all of us throughout this year of service. I will not soon forget the debates we had over Willie Nelson and Hereford cattle, and the continuous gaslighting after you said you would never. But in all seriousness, you never fail to lighten the mood, and you inspire all of us to be the best version of ourselves. You are truly the glue that held this team together. Thank you for being our teammate, but more importantly, our friend. Love Marissa, Allie, Maggie, Bryson, and Dustin. Kansas FFA members and guests, your 2025-2026 State President, Lily Hulse. Kansas FFA, please help me welcome Lily's special guests.
Dad, thank you for teaching me to lead with integrity and to always stand up for what I believe in. You keep life interesting and you make me laugh. Most importantly, thank you for giving me your impeccable music taste and introducing me to Willie Nelson. Mom, you are the strongest person I know. From a shoulder to cry on to a loving embrace, you always give me what I need. Thank you for showing me what true servant leadership is. Every day, I try to live up to your example by showing God's love through kindness to everyone. And August, you keep me grounded as any good big brother would. You will forever be my role model. I am so blessed to have someone so accomplished yet so humble to look up to. Kansas FFA, please help me in congratulating my parents, Joshua and Melissa Hulse, as I bestow upon them their honorary state FFA degree. Coach Hawk, thank you for saying yes to serving as Minneapolis FFA's second advisor. You never fail to make us laugh and always give sincere advice. You say yes to almost all of our crazy ideas, and you support every member of the chapter. Mrs. Wallace, you opened doors I didn't even know existed. I'm still astonished that you took a shy 7th grade Lily and turned her into a confident young woman. Calling you a difference maker would be an understatement. You are a life changer. Thank you for being more than an advisor. Thank you for being my friend. Kansas FFA, I am honored to introduce my advisors, Mr. Chaz Hawk and Mrs. Christina Wallace. Minneapolis High School Administration, thank you for supporting our chapter. Your encouragement has changed the lives of every student that has walked into the shop or ag classroom. Thank you for helping shape young leaders and confident agriculturalists. Minneapolis FFA chapter, I can't thank you enough. From the chapter officers I looked up to as a freshman to the 7th grade members that taught me how to be a role model, you all created who I am. I am forever grateful for all of the members I've met during my FFA journey and the friendships I've made along the way. Kansas FFA, please help me in thanking my administration, Dr. Curtis Stevens, Mr. Terry Meckel, and Miss Val Beichman.
Thank you for your continued investment in Lily and in Kansas FFA. Members and guests, please join me in a final round of applause as these extraordinary individuals exit the stage. Sometimes the smaller attractions are just as meaningful as the major landmarks. I'm talking about the small side quests to places like the Geological Center of the United States or the world's largest ball of twine. Small town wonders that may not seem like much at first glance, but offer a glimpse into the community and people who call it home. Many of these communities were shaped by long hours, limited resources, and residents who take pride in doing things the right way. It's that kind of determination that turns a quick roadside stop into a lasting memory. Here in Kansas FFA, we see that same spirit reflected in our chapters. While their challenges may be different, their approach is the same. These students work hard to build something meaningful. They bring their communities together, serve others, and promote the mission of agriculture with pride and purpose. Through teamwork, creativity, and leadership, these chapters thrive in all three pillars of the National Chapter Award: growing leaders, building communities, and strengthening agriculture. This afternoon, we're proud to recognize the top 10 chapters in the state with the Triple Crown Award. The chapter at the top will also receive the Bob Garlow Memorial Trophy. Please turn your attention to the screen now as we look back at the legacy and impact of this prestigious honor.
The Bob Garlow Trophy has been awarded each year to the outstanding FFA chapter in the state of Kansas. The trophy was named after Bob Garlow, a state FFA officer who lost his life on April 20th, 1974, at the age of 19. It was designed by then state FFA President Ron Wilson and his fellow officers. The emblems on the traveling trophy represent the various aspects of his life that he excelled in during his short time here on Earth. The corn stands for his great interest in agriculture and love of the farm. Bob was born on February 1st, 1955 in Concordia, Kansas, along with his twin brother, Bill. He quickly learned both a strong work ethic as well as love and excitement for life that is instilled on a close-knit family farm. Through the Concordia FFA chapter, he was able to rapidly develop and excel, receiving many honors and awards. But one of his most natural talents was exhibited in public speaking. Words typically used to describe Bob's personality always included enthusiastic, dynamic, fun-loving, a motivator, and a real people person. All these traits were demonstrated not just in his inspirational FFA speeches, but in his everyday life, striving always to be the best that he could be. This emblem stands for his outstanding leadership, serving as local vice president, as district president, as well as being elected president at the Washington, D.C. FFA Leadership Conference. At the time of his death, he was serving as the state reporter, which is represented by the flag. He was also an outstanding leader in many other high school and church activities, and was serving as a freshman class officer in his first year in college. His quick smile and constant positive attitude allowed him to lead by example, having a contagious effect on all those around him. The cross depicts his strong Christian faith as he had a deep personal commitment to Jesus Christ. The final emblem stands for his outstanding musical ability. As a young boy at the age of 9, his family formed a young boys quartet. Bob was the lead singer and later became the MC for the group. They sang together for 9 years, traveling over a 9-state area. All 4 boys were very involved in FFA, including his twin brother Bill and his first cousin Don Garlow, who became the Star Farmer of Kansas in 1972. The quartet won numerous musical awards at the state and national FFA conventions over their 4-year high school careers. Bob also sang in the national FFA chorus. Upon entering Mid-American Nazarene College in Olathe as a biology major, Bob was elected to the prestigious musical group, the Young and Free, who traveled extensively over the mid-portion of America representing their college. From within this group, he also formed a men's trio with his first cousin and roommate, and this energetic trio quickly became a favorite with their audiences. On April 19, 1974, they traveled to western Kansas to sing for a church youth banquet. It was during their flight home from this concert the next day that they perished in a plane crash. Though his life was short, he will be long remembered in the hearts of those he touched. The FFA insignia on this tombstone bears witness to this day his love for the FFA and stands as an inspiration to a new generation to be the best you can be.
Bob Garlow's legacy lives on through the Triple Crown Award, which is supported by both the Garlow family and the 73-74 state officer team. Bob's family and teammates will now join us on the stage as we recognize the top 10 chapters. Madam Secretary, please read the names of the top 10 chapters in their ranking order.
We are proud to recognize the following 10 chapters for the Triple Crown Award. Earning 10th place is the Mission Valley FFA chapter. In 9th, the Skyline FFA chapter. In 8th place is the Royal Valley FFA chapter. Receiving 7th place honors is the Andale FFA chapter. In 6th place is the Bueller FFA chapter. Your 5th place chapter is the Arkansas City FFA chapter. In 4th place is the Neodesha FFA chapter. Earning 3rd place is the Chapman FFA chapter. Placing 2nd is the Ellsworth FFA chapter. And the 2026 Kansas FFA Triple Crown Award winner is the Riverton FFA chapter. once again to Dr. Bill Garlow for being here to present the Bob Garlow Memorial Trophy to our Triple Crown Award winner, the Riverton FFA chapter. Please help me and congratulate these amazing chapters as they exit the stage.
Over the past year, I've realized that some of my favorite parts of a road trip aren't just the destinations. It's who you travel with and the people you meet along the way. As a part of the state officer team, I've come to realize that some individuals are bold and full of energy, always wanting to sing along to the music, while others are calm and content with catching up with some sleep. No two people are exactly alike, but each person brings something unique to the journey. When you bring all of these personalities together, something special can form. Conversations turn into connections, and individual voices come together to create something bigger than themselves. Just like that, the Kansas FFA Chorus is made up of a diverse group of members, each with their own style, background, and story, but all brought together to contribute to something bigger than themselves. Over the last week, this incredible group has come together and combined their talents to create something truly special. So now, Kansas FFA, it's time to sit back and enjoy the journey they prepared for us. Let's make some noise and give a warm welcome to the Kansas FFA Chorus, sponsored by Blue and Gold Sausage Company, and under direction of Miss Kristen Chisholm, Douglas High School choral instructor, and accompanied by Leah Claypool.
We're bringing it back. Back, we're bringing it back. It's something that we can't explain. Colors that burst inside your brain. We're making moves. It's how we do. We can't help it. We keep the cool. Make it fancy. We make the rules. The view from the top. It's kinda hot. We got that old school swagger. Everybody's after. It's got you feeling good. We got that old school swagger. Everybody's after. It's got you feeling good. We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back. Yeah, we're bringing it back. 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 So come on, join the party now, 'cause we know what it's all about. Incredible, it's just how we roll. Out of this world like a mirage. Got the crowd saying who's an eye. Kaleidoscope dreams, a reality. We got that old school swagger. Everybody's after. It's 1 in a million. We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back. Yeah, we're bringing it back. 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 And one more time. We're bringing it back. Get you feeling right. Yeah, we got that. Bringing it back. Yeah, we got that. Bringing it back. We're 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 bringing it. We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back. Bringing it back. We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back. Yeah. We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back. We're bringing it. We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back.
Hello, everybody. I'm Emma Petersilly, and I am from the Nest City FFA chapter. And today I have the privilege of announcing our very first song we're going to sing for you, Shady Grove, which is arranged by Robert Hugh. And I also get to announce the instrumentalists, and they came up with some pretty clever names. So we have more than just Bucket Boy today. So first we have Paige Turner Prince, Hunter Ballsmeyer, Mandolin Man, Cole McCann, Washboard Woman, Scola Boxa, and everybody's favorite Bucket Boy, Jet Johnson.
FFA chapter. All right. Our second song will be They Can't Take That Away From Me by George and Ira Gershwin from 1936, arranged by Kansas City native Mark Hayes.
The way you sip your tea.
Hi, my name is Anna Lakier, and I'm from the Washington County FFA chapter. Our next song will be Didn't My Lord Deliver Daniel? And it is a traditional spiritual arranged by Roger Emerson.
Didn't my Lord deliver Daniel? Deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel. Didn't my Lord deliver Daniel? Then why not every man? Didn't my Lord deliver Daniel? Deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel. Didn't my Lord deliver Daniel? Then why not every man? He delivered Daniel from the lion's den, Jonah from the belly of the whale, and the Hebrew children from the fiery furnace. Then why not every man? Didn't my Lord deliver Daniel? Deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel. Didn't my Lord deliver Daniel? Then why not every man?
Didn't my Lord
Deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel.
Didn't my Lord
Deliver Daniel, then why not every man? I set my foot on the gospel ship, and the ship began to sail. It landed me over on a Canaan shore, and I'll never come back no more. Didn't my Lord deliver Daniel? Deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel. Didn't my Lord deliver Daniel? Then why not every man?
Didn't my Lord
Deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel, deliver Daniel.
Didn't my Lord
Deliver Daniel, then why not every man? Didn't my Lord deliver Daniel?
I'm Aubrey Webster from Medicine Lodge chapter.
I'm Grace Lynn Lida from Medicine Lodge FFA chapter.
For Good is from the musical Wicked.
Composed in 2023.
And written by Stephen Schwartz.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives
Hi, I'm Reagan Blasey from the Pratt FFA chapter, and today I am proud to present our next song, Livin' on a Prayer. It is the top Bon Jovi hit written in 1986 and will feature Cole McCann from the St. Mary's FFA chapter on electric bass and Jet Johnson from the Phillipsburg chapter on the bucket.
Once upon a time, not so long ago.
Tommy used to work on the docks. Union's been on strike. He's down on his luck. It's tough. So tough. Gina works the diner all day. Working for her man. She brings home her pay for love. For love. She says we gotta hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We've got each other, and that's a lot of love. We'll give it a shot. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer. Tommy's got his six-string in hum. Now he's holding in, but he used to make it talk so tough. It's tough. Gina dreams of running away. When she cries in the night, Tommy whispers, baby, it's okay. Someday. We gotta hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We've got each other, and that's a lot of love. We'll give it a shot. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer. Living on a prayer. Oh, we got to hold on, ready or not. You live for the fight when it's all that you got. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer.
What's up, guys? I'm Molly Ruff from the Hodgman County FFA chapter. And our next song is Time of Your Life, Good Riddance. It is a top hit from the rock band Green Day, and it was written in 1977.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road.
Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, and hang it on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Hello, my name is Jacqueline Williams, and I am from the Coffeyville FFA chapter. Elijah Rock is a traditional, spiritual, and features the following solos: Naomi Pancake, Caden Kohler, Bryn Harmon, Scala Boxa, and Cole McCann.
Elijah, 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 Elijah Rock, shout, shout, Elijah Rock, coming of the Lord. Elijah Rock, shout, shout.
You know, Satan's a lie, a conjurer too. If you don't mind, he'll conjure you.
If I could, I surely would stand on the rock where Moses stood.
Elijah Rock, shout, shout. Elijah Rock, coming of the Lord. Elijah Rock, shout, shout. Elijah Rock, coming of the Lord.
Shout.
You can call this rock in the morning. Yeah. You can call so late at night. He will always hear you.
In all your battles, he said he would fight.
When I get in trouble, call him up on the line. Telephone in my heartstrings, and I can call him up any old time. Elijah Rock, shout, shout. Elijah Rock, coming of the Lord. Elijah Rock, shout, shout. Elijah Rock, coming of the Lord. Elijah Rock, shout, shout, shout. Elijah Rock, coming of the Lord. Elijah Rock, shout, shout, shout. Elijah Rock, coming of the Lord. Elijah, shout.
Okay, sorry about that. My phone is on, can't get to it now. We have a few names that I can't get to that inadvertently got left off the program. And if you, do those people remember your names that just wave? I know Court was one, and Cole, and anybody else? Yes, sorry, I can't get to their names here, but anyway, we wanted to acknowledge them. I'm Kristen Chisholm, and I'm the director. I've been here. This is my third year, and brought along collaborative pianist Leah Claypool from Moundridge. She's amazing. Let's all give it up. So I just wanted to say, these kids, it's been a long week. It's a lot of rehearsal time, and it takes a lot out of us, but they've been amazing. And I just want to say, if there's any choir directors here, you just have amazing kids and amazing voices. And to the ag advisors and sponsors, thank you so much for your support. Seriously, I'm not lying. I just would like to take these kids home, you know, I mean, and I really mean that. So anyway, they put up with my craziness and my hat collection and everything. That's a whole other story. But I want to thank Mary Kane for inviting us back again. But thank you. And Lauren Shard, who's been our liaison, is amazing. So anyway, I'm just really, really pleased. So we have one more song that I think you'll know, and I think somebody's announcing that. So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll let you come back here pretty soon. All right. So.
Thank you, Mrs. Chisholm. Let's all give Mrs. Chisholm a round of applause, actually. I'm really excited to announce this last song. I'm Anna, and I'm from the Blue Valley FFA chapter, and we're about to sing. And we're going to sing Don't Stop Believing. It is the most popular 1981 hit from the rock band Journey. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Wow, listening to this remarkable variety of talented individuals perform has truly connected all of us here tonight. We appreciate the countless hours you have all devoted to the Kansas FFA Chorus. From the entire state FFA convention, thank you for bringing this auditorium together with that amazing performance. Miss Kristen Chisholm and Miss Leah Claypool, you both played an integral role in the inspiration and development of our association's talented FFA members. It is with great gratitude that we present both of you with this token of our appreciation. Please join me in congratulating the members of the 2026 Kansas FFA Chorus for an outstanding performance.
Where it began, I can't begin to knowing, but then I know it's growing strong. Wasn't the spring, and spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Hands, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe there never was, but now I look at the night and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. And when I hurt, hurting runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt when holding you? Warm, touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe there never would. Oh, no, no.
There's something truly special about a Kansas road trip. Long stretches of highway, small towns tucked between fields, and skies so wide the stars seem endless. Places that you tell your family about and that leave a lasting impression. Like watching the sunset over Wilson Lake and finding round barns in the countryside, every road trip has these little gems that make the trip unforgettable. In many ways, this year in Kansas FFA has been the same. Among the miles of hard work, dedication, and growth, there are members and projects that are truly memorable. These next individuals have dedicated hours of hard work to their supervised agricultural experiences. SAEs are individualized projects that students undertake to supplement their classroom instruction. The following individuals have put in many dollars and hours of work into their supervised agricultural experiences. This highly successful group of students are known by their title of District Stars. Each of the District Stars will be receiving a $40 cash award and a plaque. The state stars in each area will also receive a $300 cash award. Thank you to the Farm Credit Associations of Kansas for sponsoring today's Stars Over Kansas pageant and luncheon. Our appreciation is also offered to the Harlan family for producing the videos. Kansas FFA and guests, let's get excited to celebrate those who were willing to take the back roads and go the extra mile in the Stars Over Kansas pageant. Please turn your attention to the screen as we introduce the 2026 Stars in Agricultural Placement.
My SAE started long before I was in high school, working on my family's farm, and I made it my SAE when I joined FFA my freshman year of high school. My duties include taking care of elite show cattle and my family's herd of registered Charolais cattle. That includes regular maintenance to pastures, fences, and any other daily needs that arise. Yeah, my day-to-day responsibilities include feeding the elite show cattle in the morning, getting them in to the cooler, and when I wait for them to get done, I wash them and groom them every day to ensure that that hair growth is optimal for show performance. On the other side of things, with the Charolais cattle, I just go check cows, make sure there's no sick ones, and doctor if any are needed. My favorite thing about my SAE is when I go out to the pasture in the early morning and I just see a herd of beautiful white cows sitting there eating grass. It's just most beautiful Kansas thing. My future plans are to play football at the University of Kansas while obtaining a degree in business and then eventually becoming a financial advisor to help rural communities.
So for Hendrickson Cattle Company, we run a commercial grazing and a cow-calf operation. A lot of my roles when I was younger were just consisted of cleaning shops, cleaning equipment, mowing. Did a lot of mowing. As this past summer, I've been able to get more into the business side of things. The biggest thing right now is we're welding a lot, building new cattle pens. We're doing so much of just building fence, everything. One of the biggest things I've done this past summer was spraying, as I have grown our spraying operation drastically. But a lot of my jobs were just basic ranch needs, I would say. Checking cattle, doctoring cattle, that is spraying. Burning season come around, we're burning, pulling calves during calving season. There's just a lot of that stuff. My favorite thing is just all the opportunities that's open for me through my SAE, through FFA, and also through ranching. So my future plans, I want to go into cattle handling facilities. With that in mind, I want to also get involved for advocating for agriculture. Everything's about having a voice. Being able to show others that I know what you've experienced to make them feel like, well, my voice is being heard.
My SAE is that I run wild horses with my father for the Bureau of Land Management, which means we care for and feed and water roughly 200 mares out on pasture. On the side, we care for 10 to 30 yearling to 2-year-old mares that people like you can come out and adopt for their own. We have 2 groups of mares out on pasture. We have a big group of roughly 120 and then a smaller group of roughly 70. Day-to-day would be feeding 1 group per day. We go and feed the big group, and then the next day that we feed the small group, and it's just a big rotation. Go out there, look at horses, check body scores, check fence lines, water, creek gap, make sure that they're happy and healthy, and make sure they have any food, water, easy access to everything they might need. My favorite part of my SAE would just being out with the horses, getting them to trust me and getting them to realize that I'm not a threat. My future plans probably be eventually to come back to the ranch and take over for my father. It may not be right after high school. I might want to try to go off and work for somebody else, come back and bring all the skills that I learned from them to incorporate and make our ranch the best it could be.
Farm I work for is about an 8,000-acre dry land and mostly irrigated farm, raising wheat, corn, beans, milo, quite a few hundred acres of forage crops like alfalfa, and then some CRP, and then it's about 600 cow-calf pair purebred Angus cows. Day to day, if it's in the winter, first thing going out checking cattle, 300 steers, 300 heifers, and all the steers are on a feedlot, all the heifers are on a feedlot. So going out feeding all those calves every single morning on the feedlot, getting them to about that 8 weight range. And then summer tasks, going out early in the morning, making sure equipment's greased for harvest. On a regular day after harvest, the biggest responsibility every morning is going out and checking all of the pivots. From this SE, I would say the most rewarding part has been finishing up fall harvest the past 2 years. This year especially, since we had such good fall crops in the Reno County area. Something that's made me really proud with my SAE is just learning about the whole cow-calf operation as a whole on this ranch with 600 different cows. You're not gonna learn anything specific about each and every cow, but you're gonna learn a lot about the breed, which is gonna help me a lot in my future as it's something that I'm just so interested in.
For my SAE, I work at Valley Vet Supply. I serve as a part-time retail sales associate, helping with customers find the products that they need and maintaining the store so that it is tidy and well organized for our customers. When I first started my SAE, I had very limited responsibilities. I was mostly in charge of checking people out at the cash register and making sure that they could find simple products. But as I've been there longer, I've become in charge of things like special orders or maybe finding more complex products for customers that are struggling to find a solution to any problem they may be facing. I am responsible for, of course, making sure that every customer is well cared for, but I also am in charge of making sure that the store is clean and that everything is organized. I also am responsible for keeping an accurate cash register and cash drawer. My favorite part of my SAE has probably been to get the opportunity to teach new employees about how to do their job effectively and efficiently. I would like to go into the teaching profession whenever I'm older, and so that's been a really important aspect of my job for me.
So my SAE is a placement at a turf management facility and company, Hayes Kalon. There they do spraying and fertilizer jobs on yards in Hayes and the surrounding area. So we have about 2,000 customers, and we will have a 4-season process. So they will get scheduled 4 times a year to have their yard sprayed, starting in springtime, around spring break time, and then ending in the fall. So with that, making sure in my job as a communications manager that I am in charge of scheduling all the big groups of customers, making sure that their timeline matches up where the sprayers can be in one area at a time, as well as making sure that I answer calls, questions. My favorite part is probably going out and getting the new lawn analysis tickets, helping measure those yards, or talking to new customers, explaining how the process works. I also love hearing information from them of how our chemicals and fertilizers have really helped with their weed problems, and seeing that an outcome at the end of the day is really awesome. In the future, I plan to pursue a major of agriculture and natural resources, communication, and a minor in agriculture sales here at K-State.
Would the district stars in agricultural placement please join me on stage? We would like to take this time to thank the members of the selection committee that took on the difficult task of choosing the state stars out of a strong field of candidates. We also sincerely thank Kansas Farm Bureau for sponsoring the State Star in Agricultural Placement Award. Kansas FFA, the stars in agricultural placement, their parents, and their advisors. The East Central Star in Ag Placement is Parker Schwartz from the Prairie View FFA chapter. Joined by his parents, Kurt and Paula Schwartz, and advisor, Miss Erin Dieters and Mr. Trenton Schmelbley. The Southeast Star in Ag Placement is Max Hendrickson from the Chanute FFA chapter, joined by parents Ross and Amy Hendrickson and advisor, Mr. Zachary Callaghan and Mrs. Caitlin LaHaye. The Northeast Star in Ag Placement is Carly Bulkin from the Marysville FFA chapter, joined by parents Brad and Nikki Bulkin and advisor Mr. Skylar Pyfo and Mrs. Shelby Siemens. The South Central Star in Ag Placement is Tucker Schlatter from the Bueller FFA chapter, joined by parents Marvin and Heather Schlatter and advisors Mr. John Clark, Mr. Wes Enns, Mr. Colt Hahn, and Mrs. Riley Sanders. The North Central Star in Ag Placement is John Svati from the Ellsworth FFA chapter, joined by parents Jake Svati and Aaron Weiniger, and advisors Mrs. Carl Dawn Stover and Mrs. Kara Quilter. The Northwest Star in Ag Placement is Lizzie Viner from the Hayes FFA chapter, joined by parents Kurt and Ella Viner and advisor Mrs. Nicole Winter. Here to present the State Star in Ag Placement is Glenn Brunkow from the Kansas Farm Bureau. FFA members, advisors, and guests, your 2026 State Star in Agriculture Placement is Lizzie Viner from the Hayes FFA chapter. Join me in congratulating Lizzie as well as her parents and advisor. Her advisor and her mother will be awarded their honorary state degrees while her father has already received that honor. Please turn your attention to the screen as we introduce the 2026 Stars in Agribusiness.
Through what I've learned from my family operation, I've started my own business called The Perspective, where I take pictures of not only livestock, but also just capturing things around the farm, and I have recently got involved in real estate photos. I first got interested into taking animal pictures whenever I've done livestock judging for a really long time, so I have captured moments of where they look better compared to other times, and I thought it was really important to not only capture pictures of livestock, but also what happens outside the rings, the memories and stuff, because that means a lot more than winning a ribbon. My favorite part of my SAE is capturing memories, because I love to capture times that people don't know when they're getting their photo taken at shows and stuff like that, because I feel like it's so much more special to look back and see like the laughter in the barn and all that kind of stuff. In the future, so I'm a senior right now, and after this year I plan to attend Redlands Community College on a livestock judging scholarship and start agriculture communications degrees after my prerequisites at OSU, and hopefully be on the livestock judging team there.
First, my primary SAE is Arcs Sparks Fabrication Company. Arcs and Sparks Fabrication Company for about 4 years now. I've been able to create projects around 30 small metal roses, along with an amount of signs that even I can't count. I brought in 6 trailers this year, along with building a trailer from the ground up that also houses a 420-gallon smoker with insulated firebox, Blackstone, and Santa Maria grill on it. Then little projects here and there, such as gate latches, posts, hinges, gates, H-braces out in pastures. Diversifies all the time. I just got done building a trailer I built everything on it except for a toolbox. I was able to build from hitch to bumper, from axle up, every single thing on there I was able to create and watch come together. My future plans include going to Pittsburgh State University to obtain a degree in electrical technology, to in the future becoming a journeyman electrician, while also continuing my Arcs and Sparks Fabrication Company, and hopefully going back to my family's farm and become the 4th generation.
I break colts for local farmers and ranchers, where I do both halter breaking and breaking under the saddle. Halter breaking is anything from gentling them down to getting them more used to people. And then saddle breaking is going and getting them used to whatever their everyday purposes will be, whether it's ranch riding or a kid's horse. So I started my SAE mainly just doing halter horses, and after a couple horses I halter broke, I got one under the saddle. And so I've just been able to advance my skills by having different training methods I'm using. The most rewarding part is definitely having the progress of what they come in and how they leave, whether it's a halter horse is they come in not being able to touch and they leave wanting to come to you to get caught. And then saddle horses, they come to you being tame but not having anything to do with having somebody on them. And so leaving and they're riding, neck reining, and they're roping usually and just being gentle. My future plans will be something in the agriculture industry. I'm not exactly sure. I know I will want to work with horses throughout the rest of my life.
So my SAE is the Osborne County Memorial Day Spectacular. It is a swine show that I have been putting on for the past 2 years. It is open to all bona fide 4-H and FFA members to come and exhibit their hogs and maybe learn a little about their animals or something new from somebody else. So we start in December, really starting with the grant applications and then getting the sponsorship letter drafted, and then first of the year is sending out sponsorship letters. Once we get most of those sent out, then it's we're ordering prizes and getting ready for that and get everything prepped. And then when show day actually comes, it's busy, 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 and you're getting the fairgrounds around and trying to get entries in and get everybody where they need to be. So something that makes me really proud in my SAE is probably the amount of people we've been able to bring in. Not only in the entries, but just like people it brings to the community. There's so many people that just come out and watch because they just want to come and learn. They've never been to a show before and they're just curious about what it really is. So my SAE has really prepared me for the future. I feel like it has given me numerous amounts of skills such as leadership and communication that will aid me tremendously in my future life. I don't think I would be where I am without my SAE and FFA at that.
I started my SAE I&E seasonal services. I started by mowing my neighbor Donna's yard, and now we have about 50 yards that we service weekly. What we do is, well, firstly, we mow yards, but we do plenty of other seasonal services. We shovel snow, we pick up leaves. Basically, if it needs done outside, we'll be there for you. Just starting out, my responsibilities were pretty small. I only had 1 yard, and now I have to manage over 50 customers, make sure I'm keeping up with their time frames along with mine. I'd say the most rewarding part of my SAE is either the customers, getting to talk with them all the time, and the growth just in general. I started out with just 1 push mower, and now I have 2 commercial lawn mowers. I have 2 trucks, 2 trailers, a slew of weed eaters, and I actually have 15 snow blowers. In the future, I plan to go to K-State to study electrical engineering. My SAE has prepared me for the future in many ways, but mainly in running a business.
Would the stars in agribusiness please join me on stage? Once again, we graciously thank those who helped in the selection process, and another thank you to the Farm Credit Associations of Kansas for sponsoring. Kansas FFA, here are the stars in agribusiness, their parents, and their advisors. The East Central Star in Agribusiness is Dakota Smith from the Paola FFA chapter, joined by her parents John and Kelsey Allen and advisors Mr. John Menifee and Mr. Tom Scholl. The Southeast Star in Agribusiness is Cooper Springer from the Neodoshe FFA chapter, joined by parents Michael and Christy Springer and advisors Mrs. Hannah Adame and Mr. Michael Adame. The Northeast Star in Agribusiness is Isaac Height from the Marysville FFA chapter, joined by his mom, Nicole Wassenberg, and advisors Mr. Skylar Pifo and Mrs. Shelby Siemens. The Northwest Star in Agribusiness is Landon Bates from the Lakeside FFA chapter, joined by parents Doug and Carrie Bates and advisor Mr. John Hudson. The North Central Star in Agribusiness is Carly Hazy from the Ellsworth FFA chapter, joined by parents Aaron and Kristen Hazy and advisors Mrs. Carl Don Stover and Mrs. Kara Quilter. Here to present the State Star in Agribusiness Award is Jill Seiler from Farm Credit Associations of Kansas. FFA members, advisors, and guests, your 2026 State Star in Agribusiness is Carly Hazy from the Ellsworth FFA chapter. Let's congratulate Carly as well as her parents and advisors. One of her advisors will receive her honorary state degree, while one advisor as well as her parents have already received that honor. Please turn your attention to the screen as we introduce the 2026 District Star Farmers.
Forage production and cattle production. I do my own custom baling. I work out of Parker, Kansas, and I have a partnership with a construction company out of Topeka for the roadways, and that's where I do all of my sales from. And then I have a 2-heifer cow herd that is currently expanding, and I just had a calf calve out this fall and this past spring. For my forage production, I've learned to use every single piece of equipment we have. I've also learned how to check the moisture level of all of the hay before it gets baled. And then for beef, I've learned the vaccinations that we give our cows. My dad has taught me, and I brought it into my own SAE project, that we AI our cows, so I learn when they come into heat and when they should be ran through and how they should be checked. My favorite part of my SAE would definitely be during calving season. I love watching my own heifers calve out, and I like seeing all of the other cows calve out just to see what our future herd is going to look like. I plan on going to Fort Hays to major in business agronomy, and then after I get my degree, I plan on coming back home to find a job near to home and continuing to grow both of my SAE projects.
My SAE of diversified livestock production covers both of my areas of swine and beef production. On the swine side, I had 11 sows that I AI'd for winter production, and on the beef side, I have 25 cows that I use for AIing and bull breeding to make quality offspring that is very profitable. Some of the responsibilities as I've grown is how much I'm really in charge of. That is getting to pick out which sires I want to use for my offspring, where I want to put my animals, what breeds I want to have. We use artificial insemination as well as a different variation of bull breeding, but then they get put out on pasture, so that means that I am taking charge of calving, fixing fences, feeding bales, running heavy equipment, all of the above. My favorite part of the SAE is when it comes to marketing side. I have learned that sometimes it is best to give the better pigs to others, because I really enjoy seeing the new 4-H'ers getting to pick out their first ever livestock pieces. After high school, I plan to attend Hutchinson Community College in Farm and Ranch Management. After college, I want to start my own drone spraying business to provide farmers a low cost but trustworthy solution for their chemical and spraying needs.
Yeah, so my SAE consists of 21 brown Swiss with 1 Holstein cow, and she's more of my production cow. With my 21 brown Swiss, at the end of 25, I had 11 heifers and 10 cows. In 2026 already, I sold 2 of my cows and then bought a heifer from Maryland. Yeah, so on the day-to-day, I'm feeding calves milk and grain. I feed group hens grain and hay. I am able to milk when needed. I've also learned how to administer medication when needed to cows and calves that are sick. So my major management decision I've chosen over the last 4 years has been being able to select sires from my herd. Looked at daughter progeny proofs, I looked at sire proofs to select my sires, and then I also looked at my cows to select my sire. I've had a lot of proud moments in my SCE, but the one that outshines most of them is winning in the youth division at the Kansas State Fair Reserve Grand Champion Supreme Cow. So I plan on attending Southeast Community College in Beatrice and majoring in livestock management and production. I hope to expand my herd so I can own the whole dairy.
So my SAE is in beef entrepreneurship. I am currently the owner-operator of my own business, D-Ball Cattle. I have around 36 head of purebred registered Hereford cattle. I've had some really big things going on lately. In the fall, we have our fall extravaganza. It's our personal online sale where I put about 12 to 15 heifers that I have personally raised into it. A lot of my day-to-day responsibilities have to do with the cattle I'm going to be showing this year, and then obviously I have to work with the bigger part of my herd. So every morning and evening I feed my steers, my heifers, and my bulls, and every morning I go out, check cows, make sure everyone's doing okay, and then when it comes to the evening responsibilities, I usually put out a couple bales with the skid steer and unroll them for the cattle. My favorite part is definitely my sale. It gets me really excited being able to market my animals all across the United States and get in touch with different breeders that like my product, and just seeing those bred and owned heifers get out everywhere. Future plans is definitely just keep it going. I want to expand my herd. I want to have a really big herd of Hereford cattle.
My SAE is beef production entrepreneurship. I run a cow-calf operation along with showing heifers and market steers. My current SAE consists of 6 Hereford breeding cows, 2 Hereford Angus cross breeding heifers, 3 Hereford show heifers, and 1 Hereford market steer, along with 5 feeder calves from last year's calf crop. So day-to-day responsibilities for me look like checking the water every day, feeding, checking the herd, making sure everything's going okay. During calving season, I'll go out every 2 to 3 hours and make sure no one's having troubles calving, and kind of just make sure everything's going smoothly and oversee everything. Throughout the years, my responsibilities have changed tremendously, I would say. In the beginning, my dad would make a lot of the decisions, but as I've gotten older and kind of grown and got a hand on things, I've been able to kind of taking over what my dad was doing in the beginning. In the future, I plan to go to K-State and major in agribusiness or accounting to hopefully come back and do the accounting work for my parents' businesses, which range from meat lockers, grocery stores, a cattle operation, nursing homes.
Would the District Star Farmers please join me on stage? We would like to extend a special thanks to United Bank and Trust for sponsoring the Star Farmer Award and for all those who helped in the selection process at the state level. Kansas FFA members and guests, I present to you our star farmers, their parents, and their advisors. The East Central Star Farmer is Kylie Hines from the Paola FFA chapter, joined by parents Jeff and Beth Hines and advisor Mr. John Menifee and Mr. Tom Scholl. The Southwest Star Farmer is Ethan Petersilly from the La Crosse FFA chapter, joined by parents Jared and Aaron Petersilly and advisor Mrs. Brooke Mayer. The Northeast Star Farmer is Addison Bontrager from the Holton FFA chapter, joined by parents Chad and Mandy Bontrager and advisor Mr. Jason Larison. The South Central Star Farmer is Cole Dieball from the Little River FFA chapter, joined by parents Corey and Sally Dieball and advisors Mrs. Karina Williams. The North Central Star Farmer is Lauren Benfer from the Clay Center FFA chapter, joined by parents Darren and Gabe Benfer and advisors Mr. Garrett Craig and Mrs. Andrea Flegler. Here to present the State Star Farmer Award is Jared Hatesel from United Bank and Trust. FFA members, advisors, and guests, your 2026 State Star Farmer is Cole Dieball from the Little River FFA chapter. Let's give a round of applause for Cole and also his parents and advisors as they receive their honorary state FFA degree. Just like the full moon and sky full of stars that help guide our late night road trips, these individuals' lights shine bright on the Kansas FFA. Their direct involvement in agriculture leaves a lasting impact on their community, their state, and the future of agriculture. This year's stars have learned to grow through every challenge, setback, success, and long hours of work through their time spent in their SAE. As members, we too should put forth the same work ethic and dedication in everything we do in the FFA, so that we may also set our sights high and shoot for the stars in that all we do in this organization. Ladies and gentlemen, on stage for the very first time, your 2026 Stars Over Kansas. We wish you the best of luck with all that your future holds. We would also like to extend our thanks one more time to the Farm Credit Associations of Kansas for supporting the Star Pageant and Luncheon. Getting lost during a road trip is far from uncommon, and I can say I've fallen a victim a time or two myself. In those moments, I do my best to stay calm and seek guidance, whether it's from Google Maps or a local resident who knows the roads by heart. Much like those residents who can always point travelers in the right direction, this next group of individuals knows the ins and outs of FFA. The FFA alumni and supporters continuously serve as mentors, advocates, and guides for the Kansas FFA Association. They are always there to guide us when we lose our way and never hesitate to offer their support. At this time, I would like to welcome Jackie Chandler, Executive Secretary of the Kansas FFA Alumni and Supporters, as well as Tim Zinger, President of the Kansas FFA Alumni Board, to the stage for a presentation of the retiring officer plaques.
Kansas FFA. Excuse me, I think I left my voice at the rec center last night. Before we get to the retiring officers, we have some announcements to make, and thanks for the dodgeball and costume contest last night. The costumes have gotten better and better and better every year. We asked the staff at the rec center to vote last night. The winners were Chanute, Founding Fathers, receiving a $150 cash prize. Second was Ashland with Toy Story, receiving $100. And third was St. Francis, Willy Wonka. They also received $100. We as alumni supporters, though, have to give a special thanks to the state officers and an honorable mention for coming dressed as their stations last night. In 2017, Kansas State alumni supporters started a dodgeball tournament, trying to give a little bit back to you guys as members. This year, we had 56 teams registered, 6 on a waiting list, and we filled all courts. We played 56 games of round robin before we went to a single elimination, and we were done by 11:30 last night. Thank you, FFA members, for sticking around, being there when we needed you. Sportsmanship was commended last night, everything. The winners were Lynn #1, receiving $150 and a trophy. Frankfurt was the defending champions. They got second, received $100. The cash prize and trophy were sponsored by Mr. Todd Sturgis and family of Sturgis Enterprises. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for. Presenting retiring officer plaques. First we have Allie Rechek, 25-26 State Sentinel. Your 2025-2026 State Reporter, Bryson Benishek. The 2025-2026 State Treasurer, Maggie Chandler. The 2025-2026 State Secretary, Marissa Wassinger. The 2025-2026 State Vice President, Dustin Denton. The 2025-2026 State President, Lillian Hulse.
On behalf of the 2025-2026 Kansas FFA State Officer Team, we thank the Kansas FFA alumni for the time you've invested in the Kansas FFA Association. Because of the alumni, my team and I have our lifetime dues paid and have been accepted into the Kansas FFA alumni and supporters. The individuals who help the association by supporting the organization financially, with their talents, and by generously giving their time can never be thanked enough. My officer team and I look forward to supporting the Kansas FFA Association through our active involvement in the Kansas FFA alumni and supporters. Please join me in another round of applause to our alumni and supporters for all their generosity. Kansas FFA. It has been an honor to share this, the final session of the 98th Kansas FFA Convention with you. Thank you for being the best road trip partner I could have ever asked for. Throughout this week, we have traveled miles together, exploring back roads, small towns, and making memories we will not soon forget. But as with any road trip, none of it would have been possible without the individuals who have worked hard behind the scenes to help guide the journey and keep everything running smoothly. To the countless volunteers, McCain Auditorium staff, KSU faculty and community members, and everyone who works behind the scenes, thank you for your wholehearted service. Join me in showing our gratitude to all Kansas FFA convention volunteers. However, just as one journey ends, another begins. In a few short moments, we will discover the next individuals that will steer the direction of the Kansas FFA Association as your 2026-2027 Kansas FFA State Officers. I now call upon Lily Holst to assume the duties of chair.
Thank you, Dustin. At this time, I'd like to congratulate and thank all candidates who trained and developed their skills through this process. These individuals have grown as leaders, used innovative ideas to strengthen the FFA, and used their time to cultivate new opportunities to contribute to our association. I would also like to thank the nominating committee who devoted many hours to their time to developing a slate with a strong field of candidates, as well as the delegates who dedicated their time to getting to know these 18 individuals. Kansas FFA members, advisors, and guests, we are about to discover the 6 individuals who will devote their year of service to our organization. To prepare for the acceptance of the nominating committee report, I will call back to order the delegate business session recessed during the first convention session. I now welcome Jory Ratzlaff, this year's nominating committee chair, to the podium to announce your 2026-2027 Kansas FFA State Officer team.
Good afternoon, Kansas FFA members and guests. It has been my honor to serve as chair of the 2026 Kansas FFA State Officer Nominating Committee. Over the last 3 months, from start to finish, 18 outstanding FFA members from across Kansas have prepared for the opportunity to serve you, the members of Kansas FFA, as state officers. They've invested countless hours practicing interviews, strengthening their facilitation skills, studying agricultural issues, and deepening their understanding of FFA, agricultural education, and the responsibility of service. This process has been intense and demanding, but each candidate came prepared to show the delegates and the nominating committee who they are, what they value, and how they desire to serve. And now, they wait with anticipation to hear the results. Regardless of whether their name is called today, each of these candidates has already demonstrated leadership, commitment, and courage. They will continue to make a meaningful impact on Kansas FFA, their communities, and the agriculture industry. In just a moment, I will announce the slate. But before I do, I want to thank the delegates for their thoughtful participation and input throughout the selection process. Your voice was important, and your perspective helped guide the nominating committee in its decision. I also want to thank the 11 individuals who served alongside me on the nominating committee. They gave their time, energy, and careful consideration to this important responsibility, and I am grateful for their dedication. Finally, I would like to thank the Kansas Department of Agriculture for hosting the candidates and nominating committee at their Manhattan office since our arrival on Monday, as well as the many volunteers and advisors who worked behind the scenes to make the state officer, candidate, and delegate process possible. Please join me in showing appreciation for everyone who contributed their time, leadership, and passion to this process. And now, for the announcement of the 2026-2027 Kansas FFA Officer Team. For the office of Sentinel, Ella Neer from the Hayes FFA chapter. For the office of Reporter, From the Lacrosse FFA chapter, Ethan Petersilly. For the office of treasurer, Braden Stutzman from the Inman FFA chapter. For the office of secretary, from the Hayes FFA chapter, Lizzie Viner. For the office of vice president, from the Riverton FFA chapter, Riley Sturgis. And your president, hailing from Chapman, Clara Gefeller!
Is there a motion to accept the nominating committee report? The chair recognizes the delegate from the Paola FFA chapter. Being that this is a committee report, there's an implied second. Are there any objections? Seeing none, the report is approved. In just a moment, we will be installing these 6 dedicated individuals who've shown that they are ready to embrace their call to serve the Kansas FFA Association this coming year. For the past 97 years, Kansas FFA members have devoted just 1 year to serving this organization with service, passion, leadership, and dedication to the FFA. Every year, a group of individuals is given the opportunity to support the continued cultivation of Kansas FFA. Would the past Kansas FFA officers and sweethearts please make their way to the right hand of the stage? Please turn your attention to the screen as we recognize 97 teams who have devoted 1 year of service to Kansas FFA and its members as leaders of the Kansas FFA Association.
Happy days are here again, the skies above are clear again. Let us sing a song of cheer again. Happy days are here.
Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dared to dream.
Just whistle while you work, and cheerfully together we can tidy up the place. So hum a merry tune.
Pride, oh give me land, lots of land under starry skies above. Don't fence me in, let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in, let me be by myself in the evening.
This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me.
I said, shake, rattle and roll. I said, shake, rattle and roll. I said, shake, rattle and roll. I said, shake, rattle song. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Yeah. Well, my hands are shaky and my knees are weak. I can't seem to stand on my own 2 feet. Who do you think of when you have such luck? I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Yeah.
Surfing USA. Everybody's going surfing. Surfing USA. Everybody's going surfing. Surfing USA. Yeah, everybody's going surfing. Surfing USA. 'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby.
Remember the day I set you free. I told you you could always count on me.
Yeah, baby.
From that day on,
Growing like a breeze, country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home.
Down and die, oh no, not I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll be alive. I've got all my life to live, I've got all my love to give, and I'll survive. I will survive. Hey, hey.
We show you how it's done. Fire on the mountain, run, boys, run. The devil's in the house of the rising sun. Chicken in the bread pan, picking out dough. Granny, does your dog bite? No child knows.
don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street light, people. Don't stop believing. Hold on. Street lights, people waiting for this. Right here, right now. There is no other place I wanna be. Right here, right now. What changed the world? Wake up from history. Right here.
Sing a song about the heartland, the only place I feel at home. Sing about the way a good man works until the daylight's gone. Sing the rain on the roof on summer night, where there's still no wrong from right. Sing a song about the heartland.
It just takes some time, little girl in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright. It just takes some time, little girl in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright.
I'll spread my wings and I'll learn how to fly. I'll do what it takes till I touch the sky. And I'll make a wish, take a chance, make a change, and break away. Out of the darkness and into the sun.
Have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a time, but I always had a vision. Always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living. Didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high.
You're gonna harvest moon in Kansas, and they'd understand why God made those flyover states. I bet that mile-long Santa Fe freight train engineer seen it all, just like that flatbed cowboy stacking US.
past state officers, thank you for the time you've spent serving the Kansas FFA Association, both in and out of office. Join me in celebrating our past state officers.
We always find our way back home. No matter where we go, we always find our way back home. No matter where we go, we always find our way back home. We always find our way back home. Yeah, we always find our way back home.
Clara, as president-elect, you've been selected by your fellow members to be the leader of our association for the coming year. You are therefore responsible in guiding our association in all its worthy undertakings. May you work intelligently and seriously to fulfill the responsibilities of your office. Congratulations.
Lily, thank you for choosing to serve and doing it wholeheartedly. I have had the pleasure of following in your footsteps, and I couldn't ask for a better role model. Congratulations.
Riley, as Vice President-elect, your record of accomplishment indicates you have those qualities of leadership which we should all possess. Your duties are to assist at all times in directing the work of our association, preside over meetings in the absence of our president, and keep all committees working effectively.
Thank you, Dustin, for always representing our organization so well. And thank you for listening to me about how great the Superman movie was. Thank you.
Lizzie, as Secretary-elect, you have been chosen to keep accurate minutes of our meetings and carry on association correspondence. You should provide an order of business and committee assignments for each meeting. You will have a list of members, a record of degrees awarded, and have custody of the Constitution and bylaws.
Marissa, thank you for teaching all us alumni, teachers, and members to take a break and realize the success that FFA has brought us. Thank you for being a mentor and friend to all of us.
Braden, as treasurer-elect, you have been placed in a position of trust. Your duties require you to keep an accurate record of receipts and disbursements and provide regular financial reports. It is also your responsibility to maintain sound financial practices and develop the association budget.
Maggie, on behalf of the Kansas FFA Association, I would like to say thank you for your incredible year of service.
Ethan, as reporter-elect, your duty is to inform the public about the FFA. You are expected to work closely with news media, including state and national publications. You should keep a record of photographs and articles concerning the FFA and its members, and be responsible for compiling our FFA history.
Bryson, thank you on behalf of Kansas FFA and myself for your unwavering support and dedication to Kansas FFA and Kansas agriculture. You will be missed, and thank you for everything that you have done towards Kansas FFA.
Ella, as Sentinel-elect, your duties include welcoming our friends, caring for the meeting room and FFA equipment, and providing for the comfort of our members and guests. It is also your duty to assist in conducting meetings and ceremonies.
Allie, thank you for serving as a huge mentor to every member of Kansas FFA and showing up whenever someone needs them. You've left a huge impact on this association, and I'm so thankful to call you a friend.
It is an honor to be an officer in the FFA. From time to time during the year, you will encounter difficult problems, but through cooperation, hard work, and dedication, you will succeed and the FFA will prosper. Do each of you accept the responsibilities of your office, and will you do your best to uphold the ideals and principles of the FFA? If so, answer, we do. I now declare each of you properly and duly installed into the respective office to which you have been elected. Your year of service be marked by integrity, dedication, and a cooperative spirit. Seek harmony among your fellow officers and set a high standard of leadership for all association members. As the 98th Kansas FFA Convention winds to a close, it is with great pride and honor that I congratulate each of you on your commitment to step out of your comfort zone, to serve just 1 year, and encourage the members of our association to cultivate the next generation of leaders. It is because of the dedication and hard work that our organization will continue to make a difference in the lives of members. Please turn your attention to the screen behind me as we view a video highlighting the 98th Kansas FFA Convention.
Switch on the sky and the stars glow for you. Go see the world 'cause it's all so brand new. Don't close your eyes 'cause your future's ready to shine. It's just a matter of time before we learn how to fly. Welcome to the rhythm of the night. There's something in the air you can't deny. It's been fun, but now I've got to go. Life is way too short to take it slow. But before I go and hit the road, I gotta know. Till then, when can we do this again? When can I see you again? When can we do this again? I gotta know. When can I see you again? Joined at the hip, yeah, your sidekick needs you. Life is a trip and the roadmap leads you. Look all around at the mountains you haven't climbed. It's just a matter of time before we learn how to fly. Welcome to the rhythm of the night. Something in the air you can't deny. It's been fun, but now I've got to go. Life is way too short to take it slow. But before I go and hit the road, I gotta know. Till then, when can we do this again? When can I see you again? When can we do this again? I gotta know. When can I see you again? Don't close your eyes 'cause your future's ready to shine. It's just a matter of time before we learn how to fly. Welcome to the rhythm of the night. There's something in the air you can't deny. So let me know before I wave goodbye. When can I see you again? When can we do this again? When can I see you again? When can we do
FFA members, advisors, and guests, for the very first time, your 2026-2027 Kansas FFA State Officer Team. On behalf of my teammates, I would like to present you with the Kansas FFA Big Boy Gavel for you to close the 98th Kansas FFA Convention.
As we begin to wrap up the 98th Kansas FFA State Convention, I encourage members to express gratitude amongst their fellow peers, advisors, and supporters of the Kansas FFA Association. Madam Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted?
Yes, I do, Madam President. Immediately following the closing session, both the newly elected and retiring officers will be in the lobby area to receive your congratulations. As a reminder to all invited guests, the Blue and Gold celebration will begin 20 minutes after the session in the Kansas State Alumni Center. Invited guests included newly elected state officers, past state officers, state stars, Triple Crown Award winners, foundation sponsors, foundation board, and special guests.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before this convention? We are about to adjourn this, the 98th Kansas FFA State Convention. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, join me in a salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.